Folks, we are here, last step. So one of the things you have to do is put this here gizmo on your mounting bracket, and from the other side you bring this screw in here that is like a carriage bolt, has a square base to it, and then obviously threaded, and that will stay in place. Then we put the washer on this guy, and this is how we're going to tighten it down. Okay, slide it back and forth, adjust it, whatever, so as you figure out what angle you want. Now you need two of these, so one will be opposite of the other, and you want this to be on the outside. So this would appear, since we've got the hook here, that this is going to be the one that goes on the left side. All right, so I got to get the other one ready. I'll try and do this on camera. I'll tell you, it's kind of a hassle. Why they didn't just send this with this already in. Probably because it'd take them twice as long. Alright, got that in. First try. It took me several minutes to do it the other time, I think. So, put that in, and this is, oh my gosh. Yeah, there you go. So, the one that goes on the left side and the one that goes on the right. Now, depending on your TV, you'll see in the bag, folks, there were three bags of screws. Three different size screws here. I picked out the this guy here for this LG TV. It's a little narrower, the middle size. You also will need this washer. It's good for three different size screws. For mine, I'll use the middle, and then you'll also need these spacers. Okay, let me put this back, and this is just like all the other TVs I've done. Just so you can see it though, here is below on the spacer, washer, and then the screw that you choose. Okay. So the question is always, folks, whether you'll pick the right slot to begin with. That's the thing that always drives me nuts about these projects. Alright. So we're going to go over here. Hopefully you can see that from there. I'm going to slip this in. I'm going to do the hole, second hole from the top, and then so that's not going to work for the next hole. So we've got to play around with this until we find the right spot. This has to sit up higher, and it looks like that's the spot we need on the bottom. Okay. If you have a TV that's perfectly flat all the way down, then you could do all kinds of things here to make this work. But in my case, I'm constrained by the bottom, and it would appear for this TV, we're on the 7th hole down is going to be the one that I need to make it work. 7th hole down. And that puts us right in the middle of the slot at the bottom. So get this one ready. And then I'm going to need a Phillips head screwdriver. Or you could use a flathead if you want that pain. Put this in. That there. And we are not lined up like we were on the other one. So easier to get things going with the hole versus the slot. So now I'm tightening with my number 2 Phillips. We'll tighten this one. And, you know, for quite a few of you, putting this TV on here is going to be a 2-person lift. I'm going to try and do it 1 person. And we're going to loosen this guy here now while we can. It's going to get in the way. It's not. All right, moving on, folks. Seventh hole from the top. Washer, screw. So for you guys, who knows where you'll end up, but like I said, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right there. Putting spacer there. I'm hoping I don't drop it. Now we're hand tightening. I may just try and get this going a little better with the screwdriver. Okay, so that's lined up a little better. One more to go. Then we can hang this thing. Now, of course, I will have concerns about, you know, children knocking this over. The cats actually knocked this TV over. One of the cats, I should say, knocked this TV over, sitting on the ground, like it is now. Which amazed me. Alright. Phillips in. Change angle so you guys can see what I'm doing. There's the tight. Finish the top one. Loosen this up. So you also want to set these at basically the same angle before you put them on here, right? Maybe easier having the hooks out as far as they'll go. I'm thinking we'll try that. I think I'm going the wrong way, folks. Easy enough to do, right? Alright, so the moment of truth. And hopefully this won't be one of those fail videos. This is where you definitely want a second person to help you. Trying to line this up so you guys can see it as I drop it down. Hopefully into place. And you want to watch out for the cord. You don't want to step on that. That could be a problem. Now I did leave the feet on, just in case. this does not work. So I got one hook in, and the other did not work. Two hooks in, folks. The screws at the bottom are in the way. What a surprise. But yeah, so after we unscrew this, it looks like we've got to unscrew it a lot. Whoa. So that's in there. And I do believe you will want to tighten these down so that it doesn't slide off left or right. And you want to square the TV up as well. So having it centered over both legs properly would be a good thing. And you can kind of tell that maybe I should have potentially put this a little lower on the mount. Now how can we tell that? One, this, you can't even see it. So that's not a positive. Two, center of gravity is much higher with the TV so high. And that's never a good thing. There we go. So that's now in there. Now, like I said, you want to tighten this back up in position. Or drop it down, which would mean taking the TV off. And probably, you know, like I said, good idea to keep the feet on so you don't need them on there anymore. If you take this down, disassemble it, move the brackets down. And you would not probably be a happy camper if it doesn't have the feet on it. And this is the final steps, folks. Okay, there we go. A couple of mistakes, obviously. Pause this and pop it off. So, see if we can back up a little bit. There is our 60-inch TV on the platform, the mobile platform. That's what it looks like from the back side. That obviously is, you know, if we moved it down one, maybe two would be an ideal spot. Right now it's pretty much worthless right there. Got all our bolts secure, and like I said, it's probably not going to roll so hot over the carpet. This may be something you want to do with the second person just to make sure, but yeah, it works. So hey, thanks for checking out the video. Please like, please subscribe.